My dearest friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Kaya Signamari from Heart to Heart, and I'm back with my reading for the new moon in Libra that has taken place on October 6th. So this reading will come out 4 days later. Today is already the 10th of October and an important portal day, the 10th. And well, you will see in the reading why it comes, how it comes, that this reading comes late like that. And before I go a bit further, I will talk about other important influences we have at the moment. The same day, the 6th of October, Pluto went direct, and the transits of Pluto are uncovering the truth. So we will see what will come out now. And today, Saturn stations direct, the planet of karma and unresolved things. So have a look back what happened in your last 5-6 months during the retrogrades and where you are today. Well, so the energies of this new moon unfold in the next 1.5 weeks still, encore, until the 18th of October when we have the full moon in Aries. And yes, this new moon is interesting. I felt the energies very strong in this last week and the last days. I would have loved to bring this video out in time, and it wasn't possible. But I started already last weekend to paint, and I was so full of informations that I decided to bring it out anyway, that these informations had to get out. So I'm curious if people will watch it or not. We will see. So there's nothing specific to announce. Next month I will do another live reading and a wisdom gathering circle with Antoinette Thompson, intuitive healer and writer. We did both events this month, and it was once more really, really beautiful, both. So if you're interested to get a personal free live reading, come in. The next one will be the first Sunday in November. So, and now I come back to this new moon and my reading. The topics I put together about the informations I received are saying that this new moon is about beauty, relationships with ourselves and others, and coming in balance. How to find balance in a world that is so out of balance. The world is since a long time out of balance. You know that. And now in these pivotal times of transformation, it becomes more and more visible. The light shines on what is not in natural order. A tiny virus, not visible, shows us what needs to be seen. So, we are in the midst of all that. It gets wilder and more chaotic each day. Lockdowns, new rules, pressure. A lot of that following no human logic. How to cope with that, how to handle it. How to come in inner balance when there's no balance around us. This new moon in Libra invites us to find this balance in ourselves. To get in contact with the parts that are out of balance or never were. Even when a new moon is characterized by the absence of light, this one will highlight what you need to feel and to see in yourself to come back in balance. Every human being in inner balance brings the whole world a bit more back in balance. Look at the picture. The Libra woman is balancing out the two hearts while holding balance to not fall down from the new moon. She has to do a lot at the same time, as we all are doing a lot at the same time. And she's doing it with so much beauty, elegancy, and grace. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, love and relationships. And so this new moon is highlighting once more the relationship with ourselves. What means beauty for you? What makes your heart dance? Sometimes it's simply buying yourself some flowers. What can make you happy? Sometimes we need to take deeply care of our inner child that feels lost and or in deep pain. This new moon invites us also to have a deeper look at our relationship with our physical bodies. Especially we as women have identified for eons with the shapes of our bodies. I don't know a single woman who is really in deep love and full acceptance with how her body is. Our mothers weren't, our grandmothers weren't, and so on. How can we say that we are loving ourselves when we want our bodies to be different? When we signalize ourselves steadily that we are not right like we are. And I have the feeling that a lot of men find themselves in this as well, wanting to have another body. We have learned and practiced in the last years to take care of our energy, of our health, of our thoughts, of our spiritual connections, of our emotions. And to really take care and accept our physical bodies, our human physical bodies, we are still in the stage of a toddler. Crazy enough that no toddler has the feeling to have the wrong body, even can't think that. And for sure, when you have overweight, when your body hurts, then it is always good to have a look if you can change something to come in healthier conditions. And it doesn't help at all to hate your body, your physical form for how it is, how you are. You just hurt yourself on top. I'm an emotional eater. I have learned I'm conditioned to eat when I don't feel well. And it helps in the first moment. And when I do it too long, I gain weight and I become even more unhappy and beat myself for having no control over how I eat. What has the effect of even eating more? Because I feel not good, and on and on and on. It is a spiral. Instead of having a look what I really need to feel better or to accept myself with all what is, instead I eat it away, seemingly. As you see, this reading comes far later than the new moon. I hadn't the time to finish it earlier as I work on a film project at the moment. When I got the proposition for this film, it seems to be a very good production with better conditions as often. A feel-good movie, a comedy with depths. Shot on a little island in Croatia, where the weather is normally better at this time than in France, where I live. Director and director of photography are women. I had a beautiful video talk with the director. All looked good. And now the reality. A beautiful place. My apartment has a sea view, a nice and well-working Croatian film team. I really like the director, and the film script is far too long as often. Why do I write about this? Because I make the experience that this film work is made, once more, on the shoulders of those who are daily on set. Our days are far too long. Everybody's exhausted and not concentrated and well as we could be when we would get enough sleep. I was so exhausted after the last week that I slept 12 hours last night and still felt not good. This system can only function as long as all my colleagues are playing the game, even when they complain about it. And I did something I never did before, I never had the courage to do before. I decided for myself that I will no longer play this game. I announced Friday that I am not willing and not capable to do this work under these conditions for another 7 weeks. That my physical and emotional well-being are more important for me than earning money, no matter what. I already did a film project under very equal conditions this year and opened my mouth far too late. It is less expensive for a film production to pay over hours than to open new and more days of film shooting. And I am not willing any longer to work under conditions like this. It is not needed. I am really proud of me that my respect for my body, my resources, the love for myself is bigger than my fear about losing money or my reputation, getting never ever a film job again. If it is so, I find other resources to gain money. I trust that I will ever have enough for all what I need. And all this to come back to the energies of this beautiful new moon in Libra are a result of the influence of this moon. The feeling that all what I wrote about in this work is so out of balance that I decided to get my inner and outer balance back, if needed by quitting this job. Once more I see the mirror, the film set as a microcosmos of the situation in the world. If all my colleagues would have the courage to say that they are not willing to work under these conditions, the film production would have a massive problem. The power would be taken back from them. They had to change the conditions or to stop the film shoot, what would be even more expensive for them. But we are not there, as a lot of my colleagues are too afraid to do this step. What is okay, it's a choice. And I'm not. Not afraid or not willing to exploit my health and my body. To realize how courageous I am and how I take my power back feels really good, and I am proud of myself. And I know that this will have an effect on others, not by convincing them, just by being an example, just by being me. See the woman on the picture, how well she feels in her body. She's not thinking about her weight. She's balancing out love on every level. She feels good in her body. She's at home in her body. Do you see how she's glowing? She's in love with herself on every level. She has enough love to give away tons of it. So take the invitation, come home in your body, feel what's out of balance and what it needs to come back in balance. Give yourself what you need. When you respect yourself, others will do so as well. When you take care of yourself, others will do so as well. Your relationship with yourself is a base for all other relationships in your life. All what you don't like and accept about yourself can create problems in the relationships with others. When someone makes me a compliment about a part of my body I am not in peace with, I don't think that the other one might be right. I can't take it. My usual reaction is that there must be something wrong with the person who finds parts of me beautiful that I don't like, on our levels. But it's the strongest on the physical level. Can you relate to that? I try to handle it different in the meantime, expressing what's going on in me, and the issue is still there, or the conditioning. We are becoming round through integrating our emotional experiences, as bodies tend to become round when we become older. Both is natural. Come in love with yourself and in inner balance, and you help the world and others to fall in love and come in balance with themselves. These were the informations I received while I was painting, and even when I stopped painting, they were coming in so strong. I had to give them out. I have to give them out. And I have to get rid of my Virgo perfectionist thinking. So, Kaya, what's about giving out a new moon reading 4 days after the new moon and saying, yeah, I give it out. I have a look. I feel a bit insecure, to be honest. I feel insecure to not give it out with the moon, to give it out and like something that is not in order, even when it feels totally in order for me to do that. And I knew that I wanted to finish this last weekend and I needed to relax. It was really more important that I sleep and get time to relax for myself than to finish this work. Today I will do that because this feels important as well, to make it round, to create the video, to give it out in the world. And I will see if you're still relating to that. And for me, we are still under the influence of these energies. And I will have a look, because next weekend I have more time. If I create then the video for the full moon in Aries already, I will see what will happen now. I'm much more curious than frightened about what will happen now, to be honest. I never have done this step, and I'm really I couldn't say to the director of production that I will quit the job when I wouldn't feel and being sure that I will do that. Really. For sure, I will not go away from that one day of the other one. I will wait until they found somebody to replace me and overgive my work. This is a question of responsibility. And I will not work much longer as needed under conditions where I'm 14 hours away from my apartment and then I have to work in my apartment and I sleep less than 7 hours per night. I wake up and have the feeling my whole body hurts. I can't concentrate and I need to be very concentrated. This film is complicated on the level of the continuity, and this is what I am responsible for. And I like to do a good job. I really like to do a good job. And not to say, so, okay, I do this job, I sleep on set, I'm not really there, I'm half away because I'm so tired. This is the other thing. So it stays interesting. I knew when I came here to Croatia, I had 2 years ago a really life-changing experience. And there are places in the world where we have special experiences that invites us their energies and astrological aspects on every place of the world as well, setting different energies free. And obviously Croatia and the islands here are a place for me to reveal my inner truth and to go for this truth as well. So it's not forced. I'm empowered to do that by the energies of this place. Well, I will let you know how this will unfold, and I hope you're doing well. Apart from this energy, it is so highly intense at the moment. I hope you find time to relax, to integrate all that's going on in your lives and the new energy codes coming in. It is really, really highly charged, intense. I wish you the best. I send you a big hug and we will meet when we meet. Love, Kaya.